You are watching William Patterson University Television.
The best part of being a wrestling fan is not always the high-flying antics and ridiculous athleticism. It's the speculation and the inevitability that even though you want it, Vince McMahon will throw all logic out the window, and somehow Charlotte Flair or Roman Reigns will end up winning. This week on Theory Time, we break down what we think will happen after this weekend's events. Kevin, Joe, thank you for joining me. Let's break some stuff down. Kevin, it's your first time on Press Start, officially.
Yes.
Officially. You've been in our opening antics, but now we're official. You've been invited on.
Yeah.
Let's talk about first the Undisputed Era.
Okay.
Adam Cole loses the opportunity at the NXT Championship. They've won pretty much every other belt. He was NXT North American Champion. They were NXT Tag Team Champions. Roderick Strong went after a few singles titles. Kevin, what do you think is next for the Era?
A main roster debut.
It's got to be?
Yeah, on Tuesday.
Okay, on Tuesday nights.
Because I think Kofi's going to come out with the New Day, big celebration, and then shock the system.
You're going to put Adam Cole as the leader?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it'll be Cole versus Kingston.
Okay.
And then the New Day can go after it.
Then conflict arises.
Yeah, there's a lot of people there.
Joe, what do you think? What's next for the Undisputed Era?
I'll bounce off that. And I said I also go on Tuesday night because I want them to just storm in the house. I want I guess Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fischer. Are they the tag team
They're
now?
the tag team because
Okay.
Roddy's like the mid-Carter.
All right, whatever.
He's the mid-Carter.
Any combination of those three that's not Cole, I want them to just come in, challenge the Usos right on SmackDown and win.
That's nice.
That would be a nice shock to the system.
So
it's cute.
We do love all three of us love the Undisputed Era.
Love them.
But we got to talk about the fact that Vince hates his like actual established groups.
Yeah.
New Day is the only one that he's actually let go.
Yeah,
for this long, because they're so entertaining. But I mean, he's crushed a lot of factions before this. So are we a little bit concerned about bringing them up, that they might get broken up or someone might lose a last name?
I think Hunter is going to push for the normalcy of that. I think, well, I mean, I guess we'll know based on what happens with Ricochet and Aleister Black. If they don't change, I don't think Era's going to change.
See, I think that, again, like you said, Hunter's going to push them because I think they are great talents. You see them every takeover. They're killing the show. I'm just scared of their initial run. Like when they first get in, they're not going to. I want them to go against the Usos, win the tag champs, but
it'd be amazing.
It would be great, but it.
Gotta remember Vince is still around.
Yeah, like even last.
Vinnie Mac.
Yeah, at Mania, I was scared. I was like, is Kofi not going to win? Like I don't.
I'm scared.
Yeah, because like Vince likes his people.
Yeah.
So I mean, I want them to succeed so bad.
Well, let's move on to the next person we want to talk about. Talk about the former WWE champion, the new Daniel Bryan, losing his title to Kofi Kingston. Obviously, a great momentous occasion. I think Daniel also wanted it for Kofi too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure.
But him as a character right now, what's next for Daniel? Joe, let's start off with you.
Well, initially I had Kofi not won. Obviously, I wanted Kofi to win, but I had to not have it. I wanted him to go into a program with Face Miz, given this whole Shane thing's over, but Shane won, so but it doesn't matter. Anyway, the new Daniel Bryan, it's a question. I don't know. He's so good. Like I don't know who you pair him with. I think. Because, like, who's the opposite that just comes out is like, global warming's fake. Like, I don't know. Who's the anti guy?
Kofi wasn't like, oh, no, we were like, not about the environment. He was just like,
I want pancakes.
He was,
yeah. Who doesn't love pancakes?
Honestly.
Waffles are better.
Wow, that's its own theory time.
It's another debate.
Jeez.
God.
Kevin, what do you think? What's next for the new Daniel Bryan?
Mid-card feud.
Really?
Yeah, like Ray or like.
Ooh, I'd see that.
Yeah, it's nothing big. Because I want my theory to be with Cole, but I just don't see him. I want maybe a rematch with Kofi at Money in the Bank, but I don't see much yet.
Well, it's funny. Something I read was potentially him going to Raw because he's kind of done what he's can on SmackDown. He's had it. He has not returned to Raw since the concussions that originally made him retire.
Program with Seth.
So it would be nice. Yeah, program with Seth, program with Finn.
That's what I was.
Some of the larger baby faces they have there would be really, really good for him going forward. But hopefully, only the best for Daniel Bryan because I do love him very much, even though I get booed a lot. So let's talk about what is next for the newest Universal Champion, Seth Rollins. He just beat Brock Lesnar. Who's Seth's next opponent, Kevin?
Well, I mean, you put it in my head that Bryan could be.
Yeah, I really like that. That's a great idea.
So I was like,
I want that.
because I was really thinking, I was like, I don't want to see Brock anymore. He can go to UFC, go to Cormier, whatever. Daniel Bryan, that's
great.
That's delicious, as I would like to say. other than that, I really don't see anyone big for him that's built up yet. So, I mean, Bryan would be the best choice, I think.
Joe?
I mean, I want to say Drew. I don't know where they're going with Drew McIntyre because
Yeah.
I feel like he should have won yesterday.
Yeah.
I know Roman needed the
Needed
good
the
moment.
win and
I
the
get,
happiness
I get that.
and
Whatever.
everything.
Sure. You know,
Vince.
great for him. Well, no, because the leukemia thing. Whatever. Anyway, no, I think it should be Drew. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen it before, but but yeah, the Bryan thing's great. But also, I mean, what if he just goes into a program with Roman?
That's true.
Because he never lost it.
But are you also having two good guys?
Someone's
going
got to turn
against
again.
I'm down with heel Seth Rollins again. I mean,
Yeah, I
he's
do love
throwing
heel
low blows.
Seth.
And I know it's against Brock, but still.
But it was against Brock, so it's still a face move.
Yeah.
So, last theory we're going to cover. What happens now? I mean, we got a 1-minute match. With something that, I mean, Cena, so many people, Cena, I mean, like, has tried. Daniel Bryan made a good effort when he was the Intercontinental Champion. People have tried to lift up this belt for a long time. Samoa Joe is a terrific wrestler and a terrific champion in his own right, and a terrific heel in his own right. Look at that guy. He's terrifying.
He's massive.
He is. He scares me.
What is next for Samoa Joe to make that title legitimate, Joe?
This is ridiculous. I'm going to say it. You have the newly crowned United Kings champion Walter come over, and they just have a chop off. U.S. versus U.K.
That's a lot of red skin.
That's
a lot of
welts.
Yeah.
Tell me you wouldn't pay for that.
I would pay a lot of money to see him fight Walter.
But no, for real, I give Andrade a run at it. That's. I mean, I don't know how much he'll bring it up, but I mean, he's got the Flair backing now. He's got to get some kind of push. Wink, wink.
Kevin, quickly, what do you think, Samoa Joe?
Samoa Joe, I don't know about a certain person, but I think it needs a legitimate feud.
I agree.
With Ray, it was great. It was cool, but it was a minute, literally a minute. He needs to have a feud that elevates that belt to make it prestige. But hopefully with a face Andrade, that'd be nice.
Hopefully, yeah, turn somebody face and get him in there. Maybe Jeff Hardy. Who knows? Vince, if you're watching this, for the love of God, please learn how to create a real narrative and a memory that lasts longer than 15 minutes. That's it for this week's episode of Press Start. If you want more Press Start, follow us on social media at Press Start WP and subscribe right here on YouTube. Thank you to all the cast and crew here at Press Start and WP TV, and we will see you next week right here on Press Start.
I'm the real champ.